My name is Ashley McBride, and this is my testimony.
So John went in, he'd been struggling with what he thought was a hiatal hernia for a year and a half. I'd ask him, like, you sure it's not your heart? You have a heart murmur? We get down there, we do a heart cath, and we realize it's not good. His heart was functioning at 10%. His LAD, which is called the widowmaker, was 100% blocked, and his other artery was 80% blocked. So it was literally a wonder he was alive. So they transferred us to U of M. But the morning that we were going to be transferred, John had cardiac arrest, and he was dead for 10 minutes. So I went out and I told the kids what had happened and that he was awake. We were able to pray as a family. About 3 hours after we got there, I stepped out of the room to go get my bag. And while I was out of the room, he went into cardiac arrest. And they wouldn't let me in the room. So I dropped to my knees outside of the room and just started praying. You're a good and faithful Father. You're a good and faithful Father. It was all I could say. They replaced the aortic valve, did the double bypass. He came off of ECMO in the surgery. They didn't think that he needed it. A little more than 24 hours after his surgery, he went back into cardiac arrest. Because they'd already done emergency ECMO on John, they wouldn't do it again. It wouldn't be safe. I went to his bedside and prayed, asking God to welcome him home. The room cleared out, and I asked if I could bathe him. I wanted to honor him. So we removed the tubes, brushed his hair, washed his face. We were together 20 years and 22 days. It has been hell. You asked what my last month and a half has been like.
What was amazing about you is literally the Sunday after your husband's funeral, you were in church. Tell me a little bit about what led into that mindset and why you started going back to church and pursuing God.
I've always believed, tried to live a God-fearing woman life. I haven't always lived right, but I've always had that relationship. I was here for the funeral. Pastor Paul looked at me and he said, tomorrow, the message is, blessed are those who mourn. So my sister and I went, and it was a beautiful message. I haven't worked since that day, September 30th. So there's been no income.
And then you felt led to go bless someone else. There's someone else that I want to show love. Tell us about what that was. What did you do?
So my aunt and uncle, they found a single mom and a 3-year-old daughter. They told me about this mom and this 3-year-old. She doesn't have a winter coat, and it's cold. I find out about it on Friday, and that Saturday morning I woke up the kids. I said, we're going to Walmart. So we went into Walmart, filled totes, toys, and comfy socks, and candles, and toilet paper, and paper towels, and just loved on this little 3-year-old. Went home, wrapped everything up, got there, and I unloaded in the trunk, and wrapped my arms around this mom. And she says, it's so hard to be a single mom. And it hit me. I'm a single mom now. Sunday morning now. Pastor Paul asked the single parents to stand. He said, all right, now take out your hands. And I just kind of looked at him and take my hands out, and I'm just shaking. And that was when, but bill after bill, $417 was given to me on Sunday. And I thought, what did I spend yesterday? $417 we spent on that family. And it was turned around and given right back. Who does that? Riverside does. Riverside Church does. Honestly, if I knew Pastor Paul was going to have the single parent stand, I probably wouldn't have came. Riverside Church, you're amazing. Pastor Paul said it. You are a generous church. And I'm thankful. Thank you for your love and support through easily the hardest point in our family's life.